yeah, you're gonna end up doing time over someone else's bull. This is like a big deal. Like someone lost their life, dude.
Behind somebody's dumb that you was in the car with.
Getting schooled by his parents is one of the 3 people believed to be responsible for the killing of mother Pamela Cabrales, and at the center of this murderous trio is 14-year-old Remy Cordova.
Cabrales was killed in the middle of Colfax after a minor fender bender.
As part of a gang ritual, Cordova opened fire on Cabrales with a high-powered rifle.
And moments after killing this innocent mom, Remy has gone on the run. Armed with an AR-15, he is hiding somewhere in this Colorado city and evading arrest as a desperate manhunt to find him ensues before this crazed teen can kill anyone else.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
I'm sorry, Mom. Stop.
You okay, ma'am?
It's the evening of February 20th, 2021 in Denver, Colorado, around 10:45 p.m., and 32-year-old Pamela Cabrales is driving home after a nice dinner with a friend. But the successful real estate agent and devoted mom of a 5-year-old son has no idea that a minor fender bender is about to end in tragedy. As traffic slows to a stop at the intersection of Colfax Avenue and Interstate 25, her black 2008 Range Rover allegedly makes minor contact with the dark-colored Honda in front of her. But what happens next turns a simple everyday occurrence into a chaotic crime scene and a desperate struggle to save Pamela's life. As the other cars watch in slow-motion horror, a young man gets out of the Honda's passenger seat with an AR-15 style rifle and unleashes multiple rounds into the front of Pamela's SUV. Witnesses first mistake the shots as fireworks, but soon realize they're in the middle of an all-out assault. While they're given precious few seconds to take cover, Pamela isn't afforded that luxury, and as bullets rip through the Range Rover and shatter windows, she's struck multiple times. As the Honda flees, Good Samaritans rush to Pamela's aid, and Denver police and paramedics soon arrive.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay? Here, I'm just gonna keep some pressure on him, okay? Yeah. Hey, she took quite a few, about 4 or 5 rounds to the face. Is she the only victim? She's the only victim.
Pamela's gravely wounded, her vehicle totally destroyed by gunfire, and as she's transported to the nearest hospital, her condition is bleak. But as doctors do everything they can to save her, police do everything in their power to track the culprits down. And this means first speaking with witnesses like Jaden Aarons to find out exactly how this seemingly random shooting unfolded.
And then I heard pop, 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 pop. And at first it didn't register what was happening until the cars in the 2 lanes next to me started going. And then I realized I said, oh, shit, something's happening. And I ducked down and several more happened. And I pulled next to the car, barely got a glance. It looked as though the window was either rolled down or shot out, but I believe that the window was out. I didn't look at the windshield or see inside the vehicle. And then the car that was in front of them sped off. I went behind them, but pretty far back because they went pretty quickly, and got off on Federal. So they went straight and I got off on Federal, and I didn't obviously see what occurred because the car was obstructing my view. So I didn't know at the time if the shots came from the car in front or inside the vehicle. But that's what I saw.
You said you heard multiple pops. You went pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop. How many of those do you think you heard the first time?
I'm
in your
gonna
estimation?
call it 5 to 7, perhaps.
Okay, and then you said you ducked down and heard several more pops. How many more do you think you heard?
Perhaps 3.
Okay.
And the break in between the 2 was a second or 2.
Okay.
That it paused.
Sure.
It wasn't very long.
And you never saw anybody get in or out of any vehicles?
No.
Okay.
I, in my mind, thought it was fireworks or something.
Sure.
And just wasn't paying attention.
When you go around the car you're in front of, why do you go around the car?
Because the other 2 cars did it, and I felt like I was in danger, and I heard the shots coming, and I was ducking down, and I thought maybe they were going to hit me. I was scared to go that way because, again, I didn't know if they were coming from that vehicle, but I couldn't go any other way, so.
This may seem like a really dumb question. If you can articulate it more, why did you feel you were in danger? Tell me more about that.
Because I recognized the sound of gunshots, and I thought perhaps one was going to hit me.
Were you scared?
Not really until after, because it didn't really register. It was definitely like weird. So I was like, my awareness was heightened, but it still didn't register.
Tell me more about why you duck.
Because I thought I was going to get shot.
Jaden describes a chaotic, terrifying scene, and with so much going on, it was nearly impossible to pay attention to anything other than staying alive. In fact, it seems she just as easily could have been struck herself. But while she didn't get a look at the shooter, the same can't be said for witness Alex Martinez, who after attending a soccer match, had a front row seat to tragedy.
When he got out, he had his hoodie on, and he turned to face towards north, and all I see is the side of his forehead, so literally right here.
Okay.
And then that's when I noticed that he lifted up his arm, and his arm was being covered by the top of the car. And I'm in a Ford Edge, so I say it's a pretty big car. He was about like 5'6", 5'7", and that's when I noticed that he had a gun. So my first instinct when I heard it was to get down just in case if they started shooting towards me. I did not physically see the weapon.
Okay.
I seen the light from when you shoot the gun, and you have the light and the sound.
Okay.
So that's what I heard. I heard the toof, toof, toof.
So the light, like the muzzle flash, we call it. It's like the fire, like when you
fire
fireworks,
yeah.
or you fire a gun and
Yeah.
and it comes out. Those gases escape. And
Uh-huh.
what color was that you saw?
When I looked over, the first time I heard it, I got goosebumps. So I looked over, and I just remember seeing white. So
Okay, but you saw the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
Is what we call it.
yeah, the muzzle flash.
Coming out. How many times do you think you saw flashes?
About 6 times.
Okay.
Both witnesses estimate different numbers of shots fired, but as it turns out, they're both wrong, because authorities later estimate that 15 to 20 shots were fired into the SUV, and all in a matter of just a few seconds.
Did you hear the person that got out from the right front passenger seat of that car? Did you hear him say anything?
No.
Did you hear them yell anything?
No, not really. I didn't hear anything at all because my music I had my music loud because I'm a big fan of music, and I had my music going, and then that's when I heard the first gunshot go off, and I look over, and then I just see the light, like the white, whatever you guys call it, and then that's when I got goosebumps on my arm because I just knew that. But when I was driving away, I noticed one in the rear mirror poke his head out, like look back.
Tell me more about that.
So I was going, because my first instinct was to get away because I was scared.
Okay.
So I was going, and then I was trying to get away quickly as possible. And I look in the rear mirror, and I see the Range Rover in there. And I look in, and I see the Honda coming. And I just see a head go like this, but it had a hoodie on. So
Okay, and was that from the front area of the car or the
Yeah,
rear
the
area of
front.
the car? So from the passenger side or driver's side?
Driver's side. It was a black hoodie.
Okay. So it came from the driver?
Yeah, the driver's side.
So put an arrow in red the direction he shoots at. And this sounds silly, but what led you to believe he was shooting in the direction of that car?
Well, because when he started shooting, I noticed that the light from when he shot it was going backwards.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So that I ducked down, and that's when I lifted up my head just to take a peek, and that's when I seen his arm behind, on the side of the car facing backwards.
Now that authorities know the what of the case, they need to know the who, and that dark-colored Honda is the key to it all. But just the very next day, the vehicle spotted in connection to a separate investigation, a gang-related shooting at a McDonald's. After the suspects flee, a short chase ensues, before 3 teenagers abandon the vehicle and are seen on security footage fleeing on foot. Police race to track down the suspects, scouring the neighborhood for any trace. It's not long before 14-year-old Remy Cordova is apprehended, and just minutes later, 18-year-old Nishan Johnson is found hiding in a residence shed. Inside, they find shell casings matching the caliber used in Pamela's murder. The third suspect is soon apprehended, and as they're taken in for questioning, detectives want to know why they murdered an innocent mother in front of witnesses, and for seemingly no reason at all. First up is Nishan Johnson, the driver of the vehicle, who, at least for now, claims ignorance on the entire thing.
So, Nishan, I just want to figure out what's going on, what happened. If you could just kind of take me through the events tonight, where you were, what was going on, who you were with, and don't worry about me writing. You don't need to catch up. Just go and I'll catch up with you. I'm just taking down some things. Don't worry about any of that, okay? That's just for me. So if you want to just start, work backward or forward, however you want to do that. I mentioned westbound Colfax to I-25. Do you know what I'm talking about with that?
No.
Okay. Well, let's talk how just your night went, where you were. Let's start with that.
I was with my auntie and my god sister.
Okay.
It was like Jewel. It's like behind, it's Federal and Jewel behind the McDonald's. I was there all day with them and chilling with them. And then I left. But around, 12? 11? No, it was like 11. Because I think police got behind us like around 12 o'clock. So they came and picked me up at 12.
When you mentioned 12, are we talking 12 noon during the day or 12 midnight at night?
Like towards night.
Okay.
I was there, I was at my baby mom's, then I left. Then I went to my cousin's. And then my partners came to pick me up.
Nishan says he has no knowledge of the shooting, but his timeline of events makes little sense. And while he makes it seem like he was only with one other person that night, a pronoun slip-up won't go unnoticed by the detective, and it will only lead to more questions.
Okay, and I ask it because you say they. When you say they, it leads me, and I'm not trying to trick you, I'm saying they leads me to believe there's more than one person.
Yeah.
If you're not saying he came to get me, you're saying they came to get me. So who's with him when he comes?
He had a partner in the car.
Okay.
But I didn't know him, so I don't even deal with him. You feel me? I wasn't even talking to him. So
where was he sitting in the car?
He was in the backseat.
Okay.
When I came out, by the time I came out, he was in the backseat.
Is he black, white, or Hispanic?
He to be honest, he looked white to me. You feel me? But I wasn't really paying attention to him.
Okay. Was he kind of slim like yourself, or kind of husky or fat like
huskier,
me? Okay.
I don't know.
Did you catch his name?
Nah.
While Nishan says he has no idea who the third suspect is, the detective finds this hard to believe. In fact, almost everything Nishan says seems to be an effort to hide the truth. But if he knows nothing about the shooting, and is as innocent as he claims, why didn't he pull over when police were pursuing him just minutes later?
Why? Tell me more about why you didn't stop.
Cause I don't have no driver's license, I ain't gonna lie, that's the only thing. If I had a driver's license, I'd pulled over. But I don't have no driver's license, so.
When you see the police on the side of you, you're driving, you make the turn, hit the curb, they light you up, you decide not to stop. When you notice the police, who notices them first, you or the other two guys in the car?
To be honest, we all did, because they was right next to us.
Tell me more about the conversation going on in the car about the 5-0 being next to you.
And we were just like, police right next to us. I was like, what's going on?
When most people are pursued by police, they immediately pull over, but not Nishan, because he was going home, and being wanted in connection to a shooting wasn't going to stop him. But there's one problem. Running only makes him look more guilty. But with this line of questioning seemingly a dead end, the detective moves on to something that bears far better results. Nishan's criminal cohorts along with him for the ride, and whether or not he knew one of them was packing heat.
Did Lil Ro or the guy in the car talk about being on one, or being that they had a heater in the car, or being concerned about the police bumping you guys up with anything in the car?
Nah, see, they didn't tell me trying to worry about nothing. They was like, big bro, cool, you feel me? It was like, I guess they were trying to hide it from, cause I get on, you feel me? If y'all doing something stupid, you feel me? Come to my house, you can eat, food, treat, whatever y'all want, y'all can come to my house. Y'all don't have to do no dumb, you feel me? Cause just got through done doing that. group home, foster home, so I don't want to be done in and out of jail. I got 2 kids. I got 2 little girls, so nigga, anybody younger than me, I take them under my wing and I try to show them anything better.
Okay.
And they know if you tell me anything stupid, I'm gonna go off on them. So that's probably the reason why they didn't tell me nothing, whatever they did.
Okay.
Before they came, because I've been on, and then I would even got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
Like, come on, cuz don't. I'm mad they put me in a predicament like this anyway. Like, put me in a predicament like that.
Nishan claims total ignorance when it comes to the gun, or what his friends were up to. But if he's so innocent, why'd he flee along with them, and desperately hide in the shed as police dogs sniffed him out? When asked, his answer turns out to be his most unbelievable one yet.
So tell me more about getting into the shed.
I was just in the shed and I went to sleep. After I went to sleep, I hear people, and that's when I was in the shed, and that's when the dog came in.
Okay.
Dog come in. I'm surprised the dog didn't attack me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm sleep blessed today. The dog didn't exactly attack me. He smelled me, walked away, smelled me again, walked away. When like SWAT team came in, that's when he started tripping for real. Like when the dude said or some command, he was on it. And that's when he chipped me. He chipped my back and my foot. I was like, hey, I don't none of that. I don't want to get bit. Whatever y'all say. Okay.
At any time when you're in the shed, did you meet up with Lil Ro or the other white guy?
No, they never came back.
So was you in the shed all by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else was with you?
Nope.
And was it in a front yard, a backyard?
I was in like the back medium. Like that was weird type, to be honest.
Did you know whose shed it was?
No.
Did you know whose house it was?
No.
What is the conversation in the car?
Really was no conversation in the car. But they could go.
I'm sorry?
I said it wasn't no conversation in no car, but go.
But go?
Yes.
Why was that?
I don't know.
Okay. Earlier you told me because you didn't have a license.
Yeah, like I don't have no license, but that's what they was telling me. You said what was the conversation?
Okay.
You said what conversation did we have while the police was behind us?
And who was telling you to go?
Little bro. We was like, bro, they go. You feel me? I mean, don't have no license.
Okay.
You feel me? Not finna pull off.
Did little bro say he was hot?
Nah.
Did he say
nigga go?
Okay.
You know how nowadays this young generation gonna run from the police or do anything from the police now, you feel me? So
you listened to him. So you listened to him and you went.
That's how it was. You feel me? Type shit.
Okay.
As more details are revealed, the detective still isn't getting a full picture of what happened, but he's getting closer with every question. And if Nishan's eager to blame young Remy for him running from cops, what else will he blame him for?
From the point you saw the police to the point that it gets slippery and you end up crashing, how much time passed?
I don't know.
How much would you say? A minute? 5 minutes? 30 seconds?
I say a minute.
Okay. And then when you crash, what do you do?
Get out the car, right?
Okay. Did anybody tell you?
Shed.
Huh?
And go to a shed.
Okay.
I went to the shed I was in.
Anybody go with you to the shed?
No.
Did anybody follow you?
No. I was in there by myself.
Okay, you're in there by yourself?
Yes. I was in there by myself the whole, 2 3 hours. I took a nap and all.
In that 1 minute when you see the police and then you go, you crash, you get out, you dip, and you go to the shed, you say by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Anybody give you anything before you got out of the car?
No.
Anybody ask you to hold anything? You know why I'm asking all these questions? Because the shed you were found in, those shell casings match at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me? And you said nobody's in the shed with you. Okay? You're in there by yourself. But the same caliber shell casing that's in the shed where you're at is the same caliber at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me if nobody handed you anything?
No, nobody handed me nothing.
Okay, so how did that end up in the shed with you? Oh, I ain't gonna cut it.
I don't know.
Okay, your chance to be honest, okay? And I'm not saying you're not, so please don't be offended by that. Okay, but I don't know is not gonna cut it. As I told you before when we first started, it's a homicide investigation. I told you you're not free to leave. Okay? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you were there for something or somebody asked you to hold on to something, I need to know. Okay? And not just for myself, but for yourself. You got a kid, right?
2.
You want to see those kids grow up?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to hold them and not be behind glass when you see them? Or do you want them to come and visit you during yard time? Again, I'm not threatening you, I'm not upset with you, but I'm telling you, this is the road we're going down. You're digging yourself a hole here, so if you have something, you know something, Nishan, now's the time to tell me. Okay, you tell me you were by yourself when you ran. Nobody else was in that shed. I asked you several times that question. You're adamant nobody was. Okay? So it's one of two things. Either you were there at that murder scene, or somebody gave you something to hold on to. So now's your chance to help yourself. Don't dig yourself a hole. You got one foot in this hole right now, Nishan. Okay?
As the detective turns up the heat, Nishan's new reality begins to sink in. He was caught hiding with the same shells used in the shooting, and if he wasn't involved, that's an impossible coincidence to explain. Unsurprisingly, he'll have a hard time doing it, and as his claims about being alone in the shed begin to change, so do other key details in his story.
What would you like to do? You want to tell me who gave you something, or if you were there, come clean and tell me.
They ain't give me that, and I wasn't there.
Okay.
White boy just hopped out with me.
Okay.
But I didn't know he had nothing. You feel me? And guys left the shed.
I'm sorry, he did what?
He went in the shed with me. You feel me? He came in the shed with me and him. But then after that, guys left. You feel me? That's why I was the only in there, because he was like, "The police in your cuz. Are they about to come in here?" And then he left, and I wasn't finna just because he wasn't going nowhere.
Okay.
So I stayed in there.
Right.
On everything. He came in there with me. He dropped all the shells. And then after that, guys was like, "Oh, the police, bro," and freaked out and left. He ain't tell me nothing on everything. He was, when we got in there, I was like hearing pennies. Like I thought it was pennies at first, because I didn't know what was in his hand. And I was like, "Bro, stop." I was like, "Bro, stop before the police come in or something, or they hear you." I was like, "All right, bro." And I didn't realize it was shells on there until police flashed the light. You feel me? But I thought it was something else, like he was playing with pennies or something.
Okay.
But I was like, "Bro, stop. Like, bro, stop playing with that, bro." He was like, "Bro, it's my fault, bro." And then after that, the police came with shells. So then again, I think he dropped the shells and knew the police was finna come in and they just leave. You feel me? Because he didn't tell me he was leaving, because I swear to God, I took a nap. I took a nap, and then when I heard like the dog, I woke up and I stood up. And the dog smelled me, passed me by. Because that's what really tripped me out, when the dog just smelled me and just left. I was
When cornered, Nishan's story about being alone in the shed suddenly changes. Now, White Guy seems to have joined him, who he also claims is conveniently the one responsible for dropping the shell casings found inside. But along with the little nap he claims to have taken while waiting for police to track him down, nearly all of this story defies belief. And now he finally reveals the most crucial detail yet.
Did you ever see any guns? Did they ever talk about the heaters they had?
Nah, they had a gun in the back seat.
Tell me about that.
But I don't know what type of gun it was.
That's okay.
I just,
Tell me
he was
about
like,
that.
"Oh, we got a gun in the back seat." I was like,
Hold on. Who said that?
the white dude in the back. He was like, "You know, I got the gun in the back seat." And I was like, "That's cool for you." And I kept driving. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was
So he
just
says,
trying
I got
this gun in the back seat.
this gun in the back
And that's when I, like, right when we was at the light.
Nishan's story takes us all the way to the traffic light, but it ends there. And while he refuses to give any more details, thankfully, White Guy will. So as the unidentified juvenile is brought in for questioning, and with his mother and stepfather by his side, he'll fill in crucial details that Nishan refuses to.
Just kind of run me through, when I mentioned this location, do you know what I'm talking about? That Colfax and I-25 tonight? Or what happened last night? Can you take me through that? Just from the beginning there, who you were with, what was going on?
It was with my friends.
Okay.
He was driving right down on 25 there. And we stopped, and then the car hit us in the back, smacked us. And my friend in the front, he asked the person in the driver's seat if he could shoot at him. And he hopped down and started shooting him.
Okay, I didn't hear you quite. So, if I have this wrong, correct me. You said you were stopped at a light.
We were stopped at a light, and someone came from behind us and smacked us with their car.
Okay.
And then that's when my friend and the passenger asked the person in the driver if he can shoot him. And then the person in the driver said yes, and then he hopped out and shot, and then he drove off.
Okay. How many people were in the car with you?
2.
So there was how many total, including yourself?
2. Yeah, 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you seated?
I was in the back seat.
Okay. Who was driving?
My friend's friend.
Okay. Do you know his name? Do you know what he looks like? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you saw a photo of him, do you think you could ID him?
Yep.
Okay. Can you tell me if he was black, white, Hispanic?
Black.
Okay. About how old was he?
19.
Okay. Anything identifying about him? Scars, marks, tattoos, facial hair, piercings?
Right here.
Okay, what was that?
He has a big tattoo right here.
A big tattoo right there?
Yes.
A car behind you guys smacked into you.
Yes.
Your friend Remy asked the driver if he could shoot this person?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. He just asked him and he said yes.
Okay.
And when he started leaning off, I told him to get back in the car.
Okay. Tell me more about when Remy gets out of the car.
He pulls the chopper out.
Finally, what happened at the traffic light is being revealed, and it seems the origin of the shooting is just as senseless as the crime itself. Because after Pamela allegedly tapped a Honda with her vehicle, 14-year-old Remy asked Nishan if he could open fire, and Nishan agreed.
So you say the chop. I know what that is. Aaron, your mom may know what that is. People watching this later on may not know what that is. What is a chop?
AR-15.
AR-15?
Yes.
Okay. What color was that?
Black.
Black. At any time did you get out of the car?
No, I told him to get back in the car.
Okay. And what does he do? Tell me more
He
about
just
that.
kept shooting, and then he finally got back in.
Okay.
After I started yelling at him.
Okay, how many times did he shoot?
He let off like 7 rounds.
Okay. Did anybody pick up anything there on the street? Did anybody pick up anything? Did anything fall? Phone, bullets, anything from the car fall out of the car that anybody picked up?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of car smacked into the back of you guys?
It was like this white car.
White car?
Yeah, it was a white van.
Oh, like a white van?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember if the driver of that car was male, female, black, white, Hispanic?
I don't know.
Don't know?
All I know is he just hopped out and started shooting, and I told him to get back in.
The car smacked you guys from behind. What were you doing?
I was listening to music
Okay. On what?
on my phone.
How hard do you think the car smacks you from behind? Tell me more about that.
Smacked him up like this, hit my head.
Okay.
And then that's when Remy started getting mad. And that's when he asked him if he could shoot him. And he hopped down and started shooting at him. And then that's when I was like, get in the car. What are you doing? Like,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Was there any verbal exchange between the person that hit you guys from behind?
Hell no.
Okay.
He just hopped out and started shooting it.
Car you were in, how many times you been in that car?
That was like the second time.
Okay. When was the first time?
Like a couple days before that.
Okay. Whose car is it?
I don't even know.
Okay, fair enough. So the car smacks you guys. What do you do after Remy gets back in the car?
I told him to get in the car. And then the person in the driver skirted off down Colfax.
Okay. Where do you guys go down Colfax? To where?
No, I don't know exactly where we went to his empty house, but we went down Colfax.
How far?
Like we just went straight down until when we got to like Union.
Okay. And then what do you do?
That's when we went to his auntie's house.
Okay. Where does the auntie live?
I low-key don't remember. I was sleeping.
Okay. Were you asleep when you pulled up?
Yeah.
Remy shoots. What does he do with the AR?
Puts it in the car.
We're riding the car.
He put it in the back seat.
Okay. Where you're at?
Yeah, on the left side.
All right. Where are you seated?
On the right side.
Behind the driver or behind Remy?
Behind the passenger.
Okay, so you're behind Remy.
At first, he puts it in the car and he has it next to him, like right here on the floor.
Okay.
And then he puts it into the back when we're going down Colfax.
After the shooting?
Yeah, after when we get closer to his auntie's house.
Okay.
That's when I just fell asleep. I don't even remember nothing else.
At any time last night, Saturday night, baby mama's house, driving up before you fell asleep, did you ever handle that AR? Meaning hold it, touch it?
No.
If I print it, am I going to find your fingerprints or your DNA on that gun?
No.
Okay.
I didn't handle that gun.
Okay.
I might have pushed it over, but I was not handling that gun.
Okay.
It was Remy who passed his gun.
All right. If you would have pushed it over and touched it, what part would you have touched so I know?
Like on the top, like
on the stock, they call it the stock on the top.
Right here, like and then like right here, like
okay.
Next to the trigger, like you know the little piece that comes down like this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like right there, because I had to move it away from me. I pushed it over.
Okay.
And that's where my prints would be.
Okay. Before you fall asleep, what's the discussion in the car about what just happened?
They don't even say nothing. They're not even talking.
Okay. At any point, even after Auntie's house, do you guys talk about this?
No, because I got woken up to getting yelled at. The cops are chasing us.
Okay.
And then that's when we crashed.
For this twisted crew, the fact that one of them had just shot a woman didn't seem to be a topic worth discussing. In fact, White Guy here was so unbothered by it that he claims he easily fell asleep right after. That is, until the cops chased them until they lost control of the vehicle.
Tell me more about being woken up that cops are chasing you guys.
Remy was like, bro, the cops are chasing us. They're behind us, bro. They're behind us. And then I had woken up and I was sleeping in the back. And I was like, what? And I looked behind us and the cop is right behind us, following us. And then the driver started going fast. And then the cop turns the lights on. And then we go down this one street and we hit a big pothole. And then that's when the car went up and then he lost control. And then I don't even remember. All I know is I just got out the car.
Okay.
Started walking up the block.
Did you walk or run? And if you ran, that's okay.
I started walking. The other two, Remy, he was running. I was just jogging. I was like,
okay.
Because I didn't know he did something. I don't know he did something.
Well, hold on a minute.
I didn't know something that bad happened. I didn't know someone got killed.
Well, but he fired an AR into a car.
I know.
What do you think was going to happen?
Unfortunately, while he may be clueless about a lot in life, he's sadly correct about this. Because while doctors did everything they could to save her, Pamela has succumbed to her injuries. So now that he's potentially on the hook for a murder, the stakes are higher than ever.
You walk off. Why don't you stay there?
Because there's guns in the car. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it was a stolen car. I didn't know that until a couple of days before, yesterday. So that's why I was jogging. And then, yeah.
That's why you were what?
I was jogging up the street.
Okay.
I didn't take off how they was running because they was running fast. I would just speed walking.
Do you meet up with either Remy or the driver?
Yeah, the driver.
Tell me about that.
I met him when I was walking. I saw him in the alleyway.
Okay. Where was he?
He was in that little alleyway where he was just in the alleyway and I just saw him walking.
Okay. Where did you guys go?
I kept walking. I was just there's a cops all throughout the block.
Well, he tells me that he's with you.
He said that to you.
Yeah. Okay. So when he says you guys weren't in the alleyway, where were you guys?
We was in the alleyway.
Okay.
That's where I saw him first, but then after that, we went out of the alleyway into the neighborhood.
Okay, tell me more about going in the neighborhood.
We started walking through the neighborhood.
Okay, where do you go?
I don't know, over there in Lakewood, but we were just walking around the blocks and we just seen there was cops on every single block.
Okay. Where were you found?
I was found in the alleyway.
Okay. In what?
It's the alleyway. I was just walking down the alleyway and they told me to freeze and get on my knees.
Let me get to the point. Were you in a shed? Yes or no?
No.
Never in a shed?
No, I wasn't in the shed. I might have been in someone's backyard, but I was not in the shed.
Okay, if you were in the backyard, who were you with?
I was with the driver.
Okay. What'd you and the driver discuss?
We didn't discuss nothing. I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to get in trouble for this. And I just walked out the alley. I was like, I do not care. Like, bro, I didn't do shit.
Okay.
But like, what am I getting in trouble for? For y'all do.
Okay. And I apologize about earlier about the hypothermia. That's not you. That's my fault. Okay. So I apologize about that. Okay.
Because I was like, because we're steady in the backyard, and I'm like, bro, you sound dumb if you think we're gonna get away. There's cops on every single block. You sound stupid. So I'm like, he stays there in the backyard. I'm like, all right, bro, peace out. I walk out of an alleyway. They got me.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing, so I'm gonna be like, all right, freely like.
White Guy's story differs from Nishan's in some drastic ways, and the key detail is this. While Nishan claims they were both in the shed together, and it was White Guy who tried to hide the shell casings. So as the detective steps out, his parents have a little chat with him about the seriousness of his situation, and they won't pull any punches.
Yeah, you're gonna end up doing time over someone else's board.
How am I doing time over someone?
Because
Watch.
someone died. Someone died. This isn't. It doesn't matter what you know or what you think you didn't know. Someone died last night. Someone died. This isn't a game. This is like a big deal. This isn't like, oh, you stole a car and didn't go to school. Like, someone lost their life, dude.
Behind somebody's dumb that you was in the car with, riding around thinking that this is hot shit.
He obviously doesn't know about anything. His life, his kid's life, anybody's life, apparently. And you're hanging out with him. Do you think he can? Obviously not. This cop don't know if you touched or not.
He may think that just because he didn't touch the gun, he's getting off scot-free. But while he's clearly never heard the phrase guilty by association, his parents certainly have. So after they put the fear of God into him about his sticky situation, the detective returns to ask the million-dollar question, and his answer is the difference between freedom and spending potentially the rest of his life behind bars.
This next question is important, okay? I'm going to ask you this. Be honest with me. Okay? Did you shoot?
No.
Okay, and I'm asking you that because
Did I say I did?
someone independent said they saw you. They described you to a T in what you're wearing, that you were the shooter.
I promise I was not the shooter.
Okay, well, promise ain't going to cut it.
I wasn't the shooter.
So,
Remy hopped out and shooting.
okay, so again, when I swab for DNA, am I going to find your DNA on that trigger guard on that rifle? On that AR-15, am I going to find your DNA?
Probably because I moved it.
Just because his DNA may be found on the gun doesn't mean he's the shooter, but proving it is difficult. It all comes down to who detectives believe, and based on his mother's emotional reaction, she's clearly terrified that he's totally screwing this up. So as her husband moves to comfort her, and her son continues professing his innocence, his stepdad nails the point home one last time, and harder than ever.
Someone said it was me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to step over here real quick.
Okay.
Someone said it was me.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I didn't shoot. I know for a fact I didn't shoot.
So,
Help me explain why I should believe you.
I mean, you don't have to believe me, but
no, who's your ass? Believe you, dog.
alright, look,
Listen to me.
I know I didn't shoot that gun. I know I didn't because he even asked Rashawn if he can shoot before he even shot the gun and hopped out.
And all those times, how many times after that have you fallen asleep? Because you know how many people sat in that chair and told me the same thing you're telling me? Because I don't believe you.
No,
Okay.
I never felt like I really fell asleep.
Well, I find it hard to believe you
When it was
just.
at his auntie's house, I really fell asleep.
Okay.
I was just laying down in the back with a blanket, slouched.
So you just witnessed a shooting that turned into a homicide, and you're telling me now
I didn't
you've
know it
fallen
was a
asleep?
homicide.
I know you didn't. But my point is, somebody shot with an AR-15, a high-power rifle, and you're telling me within an hour after, within 30 minutes, you fall asleep?
I really did fall asleep. Like,
Okay.
For real. I really, for real. Like,
Okay.
I really did fall asleep in the back.
Okay.
And then they woke me up saying the cops were behind us.
Who's this?
Remy and Rashawn.
Did you ask him to stop?
Huh?
Did you ask them to
Yes.
stop?
I was like, bro, why are you going so fast? He was just going fast.
Tell me more about that.
And he's just going fast and he's just smacking everything his way. And then we get to the main street, and we go down. It's a hill. Boom, pothole. Flip up. I hit my head, and then I don't remember it. I just hopped out.
Okay.
Like, all I know is I just started like flying around in the car, hitting my head on everything.
All right. If you've done nothing wrong, just explain to me the best you can. Why do you leave? Why do you walk off? Why don't you stay outside the car when the police show up? Why do you walk off?
Because I thought I was going to get in trouble for the guns. The gun was right next to me.
Okay.
The AR-15 was on the left of me, like I told you. Remy put it in the back. And then that's when I moved it over to the left of me.
Okay.
So I was not trying to get in trouble for 2 guns that was in the car, and they was going to leave me.
Okay.
They was going to leave me. They already ran.
Okay. How about any casings, any live rounds did you pick up or have on your person or in your possession?
I found some 22s on the floor, and I picked them up and put them in my pocket.
Tell me more about that.
That's it. Just, I found some.
Okay. What'd you do with them?
I put it in my pocket.
And then what'd you do with them?
Nothing. They were just in my pocket.
Okay. Did you ever see the driver, or you're calling Rashawn, did you ever see him with any ammunition or any spent shell casings? You know what spent shell casings are?
Like, after you done shooting?
Mm-hmm.
I think I had the 223s.
Huh?
I had the 223s from the AR-15.
Who did?
Rashawn.
Why
It
did
was
he?
all through the car.
Okay.
And I guess some of them landed on him.
Okay. Did you have any? Why would he say that you had them and you dropped them?
He said I had them.
Yes.
He's lying. I never had that.
Okay.
I never had no shell casing that was empty.
Okay.
I only had those little 22s that I found on the ground.
With his story about who had the shell casing seemingly changing in a matter of seconds, it's still unclear exactly who picked them up, although it very well could have been all 3. But one thing he's sure of, it was Remy who pulled the trigger. Now it's Remy's turn to be questioned, and as he sits down with his mother by his side, the weight of the moment clearly weighs heavy on her shoulders.
I'm going to advise you of your rights, and then I'm going to leave the room, and you two need to talk about whether or not you want to talk about this investigation or not. Okay? You okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, Mom. Stop.
As the detective briefly leaves the room, Remy will try his best to console his mom. But considering her teenage son's now a killer, it'll take a lot more than a mumbled apology to make her feel better.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's still February 21st, 2021. According to that clock, it's now 10:05 p.m. And I've given you and your mom opportunity to talk about this investigation. Let me ask you, did you understand the rights as they have been explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Do you have any conflict with your mom that would prevent her from providing you with guidance and advice about your rights? No? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us about this investigation?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Remy refuses to speak with police, but the sad facts of the case are clear. A 14-year-old kid is the one responsible for killing Pamela Cabriales, and that devastating fact is nothing short of a tragedy for everyone involved. Although he admitted to being present during the shooting and fleeing from police, White Guy escaped all charges. His friends, however, wouldn't be so lucky. Nishan Johnson was charged with vehicle eluding, accessory to a crime, and 2 counts of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison plus 14 years of parole. Despite his age, Remy Cordova was charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder, and sentenced to life in prison plus an additional 8 years. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. 80% of everyone watching isn't, and your support would help us more than you realize. It's free, and it keeps this channel alive. You can also check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.